In the deep forest, surrounded by ancient trees and wild nature, stood a great oak. The locals whispered about it, passing down an ancient legend from generation to generation. It was said that this oak could fulfill any wish, but in return it took something from the wisher. For some, it took trivial things, but for others, it took the most precious thing they had, their soul. This story spread across many villages and towns, attracting travelers, adventurers, and desperate people who were ready to do anything to have their cherished wishes granted. The oak hid deep in the forest, and finding it was not easy. But those who did find it spoke of its enormous majestic crown and mighty branches reaching towards the sky, as if trying to touch the clouds. A little girl named Sally was the embodiment of joy and light. Her laughter, like little bells, echoed throughout the area, and her sparkling eyes lit up everything around her. She loved running through the fields, picking flowers, and playing with her friends. But one day, everything changed. Sally fell ill. At first it seemed like a common cold, but her condition worsened with each passing day. The doctors assured that there was nothing serious and were in no hurry to treat her. But after a week, Sally could no longer get out of bed. Sally's mother, Martha, was in despair. She saw her daughter, once full of life, fading before her eyes. The doctors brought terrible news: Sally had only a few days left to live. Martha could not accept this thought. One sleepless night, she remembered a legend her grandmother had once told her, the legend of the oak that grants wishes. Martha didn't believe in old tales, but desperation made her grasp at the last straw. Remembering all the details of the legend, she set out to find the oak. The next morning, with the first rays of the sun, she embarked on her journey. Martha walked, guided only by motherly love and hope for a miracle. The forest was dense, and she pushed through thorny bushes, crossed streams, and climbed hills. The days dragged on endlessly, and her feet were bloodied. She searched for 3 days and 3 nights, but the oak was nowhere to be found. Martha had almost given up and turned back when she suddenly saw it. The great oak stood before her, standing out among the other trees with its mighty crown and ancient branches. It was so vast that its roots seemed to delve deep into the ground, and its branches reached up to the sky. Martha's heart beat faster. She approached the oak and, not knowing what awaited her, voiced her wish aloud for her daughter's salvation. Touching the rough bark, she felt a chill penetrate her body. It seemed to her that the tree was whispering something, but she couldn't make out the words. Without further delay, Martha hurried home. On the way, her thoughts revolved around her daughter and what she might have given in return. When she approached her house, she saw Sally playing outside, as if nothing had happened. The girl was healthy and cheerful as before. Martha felt relief and joy, but something was wrong. Seeing her mother, Sally ran into her arms. The girl radiated happiness, but Martha's face showed no smile or tears. She stood motionless, staring into the void. The oak had taken Martha's soul, leaving her body an empty vessel. Sally noticed nothing, for her mother was there, but no longer the same. Time passed and Sally grew, full of life and joy. But Martha became more and more detached. Her eyes, once full of love and care, were now cold and empty. She did everything she had to as a mother, but felt neither joy nor pain. The legend of the oak had come true. It granted Sally life, taking her mother's soul in return.